Revisit Elton John's most iconic career moments in first look photos from new documentary. Elton John is looking back on a storied career filled with high highs and low lows. The legendary singer-songwriter's new documentary, Elton John: Never Too Late, is set to premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on Friday, September 6th, and People has an exclusive first look at photos both modern and archival from the film. From his famous 1974 show at Madison Square Garden to his final play at Dodger Stadium in 2022, the documentary follows the tiny dancer singer 77 as he reflects on the early days of his decades-long career while preparing to play his final North American show. Elton takes us back in time and recounts the extraordinary highs and heartbreaking lows of his early years and how he overcame adversity, abuse, and addiction to become the icon he is today. A press release says of the doc, which is directed by R.J. Cutler and David Furnish, John's husband of nearly 10 years. Number 1. Applause, applause. John and his band receive a standing ovation after their final tour performance at Dodger Stadium on November 20th, 2022. Number 2. Family time. John takes a break from recording music in Toronto to FaceTime with his sons Zachary, 13, and Elijah, 11, back home in London. Number 3. Lennon's last live show. John is joined on stage at Madison Square Garden by his surprise guest, John Lennon, in November 1974. This show would be Lennon's final live concert performance before his tragic death 6 years later. Resting up. John relaxes backstage after his historic 1974 concert at Madison Square Garden. Number 5. Kickstart. John hammers away at the piano using his feet as he wears one of his classic 70s jumpsuits. John records his hit 2022 song Hold Me Closer, which features Britney Spears at a Toronto recording studio with music producer Andrew Watt. Number 7. Waiting Game. Lennon and John wait anxiously backstage before performing together at Madison Square Garden in front of a sold-out crowd in 1974. Laid back. John flies on his private Boeing 720 airplane known as the Starship during his 1974 tour. Number 9. Windows on the World. John sits down for a 1976 interview with Rolling Stone, during which he reveals for the first time that he is bisexual. Number 10. All Smiles. John takes a moment to enjoy his final concert tour performance at Dodger Stadium on November 20, 2022.